Good morning, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, students and scholars, teachers and trainers, professors and professionals, those who are listening, watching, all my dear friends, the most honorable President Prince Modi ji, respected ministers and doctors, honorable advocates, advertisers, administrators and advisors, listeners and learners. I, Dr.R Singh from USA, heartily cordially welcome all of you. It is really praiseworthy, admirable, appreciable. Your presence today. Nice to see all of you. Nice to talk you. Nice to interact with you. Let us know what is happening around us, what changes we observe around us. Let us pay attention towards such changes. Modi releases 22 crores, 22k crore rupees PM Kisan funds from election bound Bihar. Chooses opponents Bashan Bhagalpur for first major rally in state. News from New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday sounded an early poll bugle in Bihar, where he launched multi-crore projects and disbursed the 19th tranche of PM Kisan scheme installment worth rupees 22,000 crores. The money was sent directly to the bank accounts of 9.8 crore farmers nationally, including 75 lakh Bihar farmers who received the amount on Monday, reiterating the BJP-led NDA government's commitment to farmers and the direct cash transfer through the PM Kisan Samman Nidhi. The Prime Minister said it was now time for Bihar's Makhana foxnut to enter the global market. Flanked by NDA ally and Chief Minister Nitish Kumar of the JD and his colleagues, Modi said Bihar was on course to become a major center for the food processing industry in eastern India. Among the major pre-poll announcements made by the PM were the establishment of the National Institute of Food Technology and Entrepreneurship in Bihar and three new centers of excellence in agriculture, one in Bhagalpur for the Jardalu variety of mangoes and the other two in Munger and Buxar for tomato, onion and potato farmers. Our government is leaving no stone unturned in drafting pro-farmer decisions. We are working on multiple levels to increase farmers' income. Every kitchen in the world should have at least one product grown by Indian farmers, said Modi. flagging efforts to boost self-reliance in oilseeds and pulses with a promise of enhanced MSP for pulses. Bangladesh airbase attacked after biker stopped, one killed. News from Dhaka. The man was killed and several others injured in a clash between a group of locals and Air Force personnel at an airbase in Bangladesh's Cox's Bazar on Monday. India UK resumed discussions for free trade agreement from New Delhi. India and the UK on Monday announced the resumption of negotiations for a free trade deal between the two countries. The announcement was made by Commerce and Industry Ministry Piyush Goyal and UK Secretary of State for Business and Trade Jonathan Reynolds, who is in New Delhi in November last year. Prime Minister Modi and his UK counterpart Keir Starmer met on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Brazil to emphasize the need to restart trade talks at the earliest. Half BJP suffered at pics of Ambedkar, Bhagat Singh shifted in CM office. News from New Delhi. Tribune News Service. The first day of the Delhi Assembly session began on a stormy note on Monday as the opposition Aam Aadmi Party accused the BJP government of replacing the portraits of B.R. Ambedkar and Bhagat Singh with the picture of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the Chief Minister's office when allegation denied by the ruling regime. 46 answer sheets tampered within Rohtak MBBS scam. This appeared in Jan 2024 used in April exams, probe says. From Rohtak, a total of 46 blank answer sheets of the MBBS examination held at Pandit B.D. Sharma, University of Health Sciences, here in January February 2024 had gone missing. According to the findings of a probe conducted by a three-member fact-finding committee, some of these missing answer sheets were used during an examination conducted in the university in April-May the same year. The committee said in its inquiry report submitted to the university authorities on February 13. The committee, which was headed by Kalpana Chawla Government Medical College, Karnal, Director Dr. M.K. Garg, found the discrepancy while reviewing the records of answer sheets provided by the center. Superintendent said sources. The inquiry report pointed out that the disappearance of the blank answer sheets raised suspension about the involvement of employees at the examination center, the university's exam branch, and the company responsible for supplying the answer sheets. The report suggested that the original answer sheets issued to the students might have been replaced with the ones that went missing earlier. The sources said following the findings, Vice Chancellor Dr. H.K. Agarwal acted swiftly and launched an internal inquiry to identify the officials responsible for safeguarding the answer sheets. After the inquiry, three employees were placed under suspension and an FIR was recommended against them. The three employees are among the 17 named in the FIR filed in connection with the scandal. The university officials said the scandal was particularly concerning as it was the first time that answer sheets were misused in this manner. Earlier, it was found that students involved in a similar scam had used erasable ink to write their answers after the examination. The answer sheets were originally taken out of the university where students would erase their answer using hair dryers and rewrite them. The tempered answer sheets were then resubmitted for evaluation, enabling cheating in the examination process, said the officials. Kerala BJP PC George in jail in hate speech case. From Kerala, over half of 64 Punjab government colleges had less. Ministry in Assembly says from Chandigarh, nearly 53% of post of principal in government colleges across Punjab are currently vacant. Of 64% colleges, including 4 colleges of education offered B.Ed courses, 34 are functioning without a principal. This information was shared by Education Minister Harjot Singh Branch during the Vidhan Sabha session that began on Monday. The issue was raised during the question hour by leader of the opposition Pratap Singh Bajwa. In response, the Education Minister revealed that the post of professor in these 64 colleges were not permanently sanctioned. Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar is currently managing the process of filling vacant positions, and the government is actively considering steps to address these vacancies, he said. Bajwa criticized the Aam Aadmi Party government, stating that its education model had failed completely. He highlighted the alarming number of vacancies not only in colleges but also in schools, pointing out that over 40% of the post of principal is government senior secondary school were vacant, besides nearly 47% of the 1,723 government high schools in the state were without headmasters. Bajwa accused the government of focusing on schools of excellence while neglecting the pressing issue of staff shortage. AAP may failed MP Arora in Ludhiana West by election from Ludhiana. Omer Mahinda robbed in for anti-obesity drive. News from New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday nominated 10 persons from different walks of life, including Jammu and Kashmir CM Omar Abdullah for his nationwide anti-obesity delay campaign. In his Man Ki Baat address, PM Modi asked the nominees for further nominate 10 individuals is to amplify the drive. The campaign aims at combating obesity by spreading awareness about healthy lifestyle and eating habits. Responding promptly, Omar joined the campaign and also nominated 10 persons as mentioned in yesterday's Man Ki Baat. I would like to nominate the following people to help strengthen the fight against obesity and spread awareness on reducing edible oil consumption. I also request them to nominate 10% each so that our movement gets bigger. Prime Minister Modi said in a post on X, the PM's list of nominees included Umar, industrialist Anand Mahindra, former MP Dinesh Lal Yadav, Nirwa sports stars Manu Bhakar and Mirabai Chanu, Mohanlal and R. Madhava, technological technocrat Nandan Nilkani, Shankar Surya Ghosla and Rajya Sabha MP Sudha Murthy collectively let us make India fitter and healthier. Fight obesity, hashtag fight obesity, Modi added. Omar said, I'm very happy to join the campaign against obesity launched by the PM. Obesity causes a number of lifestyle related health issues like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, strokes, and breathing problems, not to mention mental health conditions. He nominated Biocon founder Kiran Majumdar Shah, industrialist Rajan Jindal, actor Deepika Padukone, cricketer Irfan Pathan, and NCP MP Supriya Sule. It's a free market, Supreme Court says wins plea over internet prices. News from New Delhi, noting that India's free marketing offering multiple options to consumers, the Supreme Court on Monday dismissed a PIL seeking regulation of internet prices in the country. It's a free market. You get LAN, you get wired internet, and there is other internet. BSNL and MTNL are also giving you internet services. The bench of Chief Justice of India, Sanjeev Khanna and Justice Sanjay Kumar said, dismissing the PIL filed by one Rajat, a petitioner in person. IG petitioner alleged that the majority of the market share was controlled by Jio and Reliance. The bench said if you are alleging cartelization, then go to the Competition Commission of India. Formation of triple engine government will ensure rapid development, Sani says from Rohtak. CM seeks votes for party candidates, boost poll campaign of BJP. Chief Minister Nab Singh Saini on Monday boosted the election campaign of BJP candidates vying for the position of mayor and municipal councillors in the upcoming civic body polls by holding Jan Ashirwad Sabha. Here on Monday, he sought vote for the BJP's mayoral candidate Ram Avatar Valmiki and 22nd others contesting the polls for the post of councillors. BJP National Secretary Om Prakash Dhankar, State President Mohanlal Badoli, Corporation Minister Dr. Arvind Sharma, Rajya Sabha MP Ramchandra Jangra, former Minister Manish Grover and Krishan Murthy Huda were among those dignitaries present on the occasion. Many people also joined the BJP on the occasion. Addressing the gathering, Chani shared the fate of people in the public welfare. Policies of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi had grown stronger. This trust had led to the formation of the BJP government for the third consecutive term at the center and in the state. The government was committed to transparency, fulfilling people's expectation. Now, with the formation of the triple engine government in the state, development works would be undertaken at three times the speed. He added, as soon as the present state government assumed office, appointment letters were given to 25,000 youth selected on merit basis without any controversy, as promised in the Sankalp Patra. Within the first 100 days of its remarkable development, the government introduced free dialysis services for kidney patients in the state, fulfilling a commitment made in the Sankalp Patra. Additionally, under the Har Grahini Yojana, women from households with an annual income of less than rupees 1.80 lakh are being provided gas cylinders at a cost of just rupees 500, benefiting approximately 15 lakh families, said Shani. The Chief Minister said the government had decided to grant ownership rights to farmers who were cultivating land for a long time but were deprived of such rights. Similarly, individually who have built homes on panchayat land for over 20 years will also be granted ownership rights, a decision that was brought significantly relief to the people. Haryana is the first state in the country where all crops are being purchased at MSP. While considering the demand of commission agents RTRs for an increase in commission, the government has raised it from rupees 40 to rupees 55 per quintal, resulting in rupees 609 crore being transferred to their accounts under the PM Surya Ghar Mufti Bijli Yojana. Solar panel of up to 2 kilowatts are being installed in the homes of poor and eligible families, said Shani. BJP failed need to install new engine for public welfare upstate, chief says from Kurukshetra. Finally, Jhajjar, Bahadurgarh and road repair beginnings. From Jhajjar, news from Jhajjar, the long-awaited repair work on the Jhajjar-Bahadurgarh road has officially begun, offering much-needed relief to commuters. The road, which has been in a poor condition for a long time, has caused significant convenience to commuters, with deep potholes becoming serious safety hazards and contributing to accidents. BJP's Renu holds Lukkad meetings. Congress Vadhwa focuses on door-to-door canvassing. News from Karnal. With polling day drawing closer, the city has turned into a political battleground, witnessing relentless campaigning, nukkad meetings, and door-to-door outreach. Both candidates for the mayoral seat, Renu Balagupta of the BJP and Manoj Vadhwa of the Congress, are pulling out all stops to connect with voters. Gupta attends nearly 20 programs daily, receiving warm welcome from the people of all sections of society. Women are extending wholehearted support, greeting her with garlands. She is backed by Karnal MLA Jagmohan Anand, who is attending an equal number of programs. And her husband, Brish Gupta, the officiating district BJP president, who is also holding over 10 meetings a day. After Huda, Shelja Beg's Kong mayoral nominee. From Hisar, the All India Congress Committee General Secretary and MP from Sirsa, Kumari Shelja, urged party workers to put in their best effort to ensure the victory of Krishna Singla, the Congress candidate contesting for the Hisar mayor post, along with other party candidates in the fray for the various wards in the urban local body polls. She was addressing the Congress workers at her residence on Monday. Other party leaders, including former Chairman Bhupendra Gangwa, senior Congress leader Lal Bahadur Noel, senior spokesperson Ashwini Sharma, Shetender Singh, and other party leaders were also present on the occasion. Let us go through Shirsha News. What is happening in Shirsha? You are listening news in English. BJP faces tough challenge. Kanda brothers and Shettyars clash for control. Shirsha. The municipal election in Sirsa is turning into a fierce battle for the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party. For the first time, voters will directly choose the chairperson, making this election even more significant. This election marks a challenge for the BJP as it fights to maintain its hold on power in the city. In the past, the party had only won the position of chairperson with the support of Gokul Setia's family in 2016. This time the competition is intense. This time the competition is intense. Every candidate wants to make history. In the 2060s elections, the BJP managed to make Sheila Sehgal the MC chairperson with the help of the Gokul Setia faction. However, 2 years later, she lost her chair to Rina Sethi of the Haryana Lok Hit Party, led by former Minister Gopal Kanda. This year, however, the dynamics have changed and Sirsa's citizens will vote directly for their chairperson. In addition to BJP, several parties including the Congress, JJP, NIND, and up and independent candidates are in the race. Gopal Kanda's HLP, which was once aligned with the Congress, has now formed an alliance with the BJP and its candidates are contesting under the BJP symbol. Congress, INLD, JJP and AAP have decided to contest separately, intensifying the competition. The presence of Gopal Kanda and his brother, BJP leader Govind Kanda, had sparked intense campaigning. The both are focusing their efforts on local voters. For many, this election resembles the 2019 assembly elections, where the battle seemed to center around the Kanda brothers and the Shettia family. Thus, two sides continue to trade accusations, with Congress MLA Gokul Shetty and his father Rahul Shetty accusing the Kanda brothers of corruption. They claimed that under the Kanda city projects such as road construction were of poor quality, with, with contractors getting large tenders despite subpar work. In response, Gopal Khanna argued that the voters of Sirsa now had an opportunity to correct past mistakes by supporting the BJP and thereby contributing to the development of the city. He appealed to the public to vote for progression aligned with the state's BJP government. Meanwhile, Shettia criticized Kanda's tactics, accusing him of trying to deceive the BJP while pushing his own candidates. At Tara Baba Kutia, a religious site managed by Gopal Kanda, Hindu preacher Pradeep Mishra has been holding sermons this election session, election season. Thousands of people have been visiting the site daily, and Gopal Kanda, along with other BJP leaders, is regularly interacting with the crowds. During the previous assembly elections, Gopal Khanna had organized a 5-day religious event with Hindu preacher Dhirendra Shastri at the site. Shani to hold road show in Sonipat tomorrow. BJP launches aggressive campaign against Congress from Sonipat after winning 4 assembly seats in Sonipat district. The mayoral seat of Sonipat has become a prestige issue for the BJP. The ruling party has not only launched an aggressive campaigning but also assigned tasks to big wigs in campaigning. Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini will also hold a road show in Sonipat on February 26. The party has made a special campaigning program in support of BJP's candidate Rajiv Jain in the coming days. Apart from it, BJP State President Monlal Badoli, who is also from Sonipat, Deputy Speaker of Sri Krishna Midha, and MLA Nikhil Madan, also began campaigning in support of mayoral candidate Jain in the city and regularly held meetings and programs in support of their candidate. Jaspreet Dodwa, BJP's district president, said the people were keen on making a triple engine government in Sonipat MC mayoral bypoll as well as in Kharkhoda municipal committee. He further said duties of all party leaders and root level workers had been assigned duties and their schedule was fixed. BJP district president further said Chief Minister Narsingh Chani would reach Sonipat on February 26 and participate in the roadshow in support of party candidate Rajiv Jain, and after the roadshow the Chief Minister would address a public meeting in Kharkhoda in support of party candidates there. Public Health and PWD Minister Ranbir Gangwa will campaign in Sonipat on February 27. After him, Social Justice and Empowered Minister Krishan Bedi would reach Sonipat for campaigning in support of BJP candidate Rajiv Jain. On Sunday, Om Prakash Dhankar, National General Secretary and former State President also held a public meeting in Jan Ashirwad Sabha in the Sector 23 market on Sunday. MLA Shonipat Nikhil Madan, MLA Ganor Devendra Kadian also addressed the gathering. Dhankar appealed to the voters to elect Jain for the mayoral post. He also lauded the beneficiary schemes launched by the union government and the state government in the last 10 years and also appealed to them to vote for the BJP candidate to make a triple engine government and bring the development works in the city. Meanwhile, Rajiv Jain and former cabinet minister Kavit Jain on Sunday held various public meetings in Adarsh Nagar Sector 14, Chani, Bhavan, Khairpur, Bhimnagar, Chintpurni, Colony, Shastri Colony, Mohan Nagar, Vikas Nagar, Daya Colony, Dev Nagar, Bharpuri, Bandepur, Rishi Colony and other colonies. Rajiv Jain assured the people during the meetings that the development works which were pending would be completed on priority and new development projects would also be brought in the city. Apart from it, Congress candidate Kamal Diwan is also campaigning in Sonipat along with party leaders. BJP's Anand takes Jibe at Kong's Sumita for missing campaign from Karnal. Man shot at in Ladwa's Badarpur village. Old enmity likely region from Kurukshetra. Kong candidate criticizes government inaction over Hisar civic issues from Hisar. Hmm. Now let us go through from the lifestyles of the actors or actresses, heroines from the film industry. Learn from experts. Gurit Monga, Siddharth Roy Kapoor to deliver masterclass at Red Lorry Film Festival. The Red Lorry Film Festival, curated by Book My Show, will return for its second edition on March 21 and 23. The festival will feature invaluable insights from luminaries such as Gunit Monga, Siddharth Roy Kapoor, Alok Tandon, Akash Khurana, Suni Thara Porvela, Anjun Rajabali, and Kishore Munir. Virat Fateh from this film, Fraternity congratulates Team India's victory against Pakistan. The Indian film fraternity has come together to congratulate Team India on their impressive victory over Pakistan in the ICC Champions Trophy 2025. Several Bollywood celebrities, including Siddharth Malhotra, Sunny Deol, and Vicky Kaushal, took to social media to congratulate Team India on their victory. Siddharth Malhotra wrote, "Congratulations, Team India, on a fantastic win, a dominant performance from start to finish." And the winner is Conclave triumphs with best cast ensemble. Shogun dominates TV categories. All eyes on Banita. Banita Sandhu turned heads at the Screen Actors Guild Awards dressed in an Amit Agarwal couture gown, joining the cast of Bridgerton that was nominated for Outstanding Performance by an Ensemble in a Drama Series. This is all about the film industry of India. Now let us turn towards different varieties of the news in the form of unity and diversity. Let us go through. Defense panel explores privatization to speed up production of Tejas. From New Delhi, the Ministry of Defense has set up a high-powered committee to address delays in the production of Tejas fighter jets, with privatization being considered as a possible solution. The panel has been tasked with recommending ways to accelerate production, including greater private sector involvement. Currently, state-run Hindustan Aeronautics Limited is contracted to manufacture 83 Tejas Mark 1 jets, but deliveries have been delayed by over a year. A major reason for the delay is the failure of US company General Electric to supply the F404 engines that power the Tejas. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had personally raised the issue with US President Donald Trump. The delayed delivery of GE engines was taken up during Prime Minister Modi's visit. We remain engaged with the US side on all aspects relating to contracted defense articles, including timely deliveries. Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randhir Deshwal said on Friday. To address these challenges, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh constituted a five-member expert committee in early February. Led by Defense Secretary Rajesh Kumar Singh. The panel includes the Secretary of Defense Production, the Vice Chief Minister, the Vice Chief of the Indian Air Force, and the Chairman of HAL Health. It has been given a 1 month deadline to submit recommendations on expanding the Tejas Mark 1A's induction. The urgency of the situation was highlighted by IEF Chief Air Chief Marshal AP Singh, who recently questioned HAL's ability to meet production deadlines. He also expressed dissatisfaction with the incomplete Tejas Mark IA jet presented to him at Aero India 2024, February 10 to 14, Bangalore. HAL had assured that it would complete production of all 83 Tejas Mark 1A jets within the next 3.5 years. Responding to criticism, HAL chairman DK Sunil stated that the company remained focused on delivering the jets to the IAF at the earliest rather than engaging in debates over the program's delay. The MOD's latest initiative signals a push to resolve bottlenecks and ensure the timely deployment of India's indigenous fighter jets. One killed in clash at Bangladesh Air Base, attacked by locals, person, four Air Force personnel injured. From Dhaka, ensure justice for KIIT victim, Nepal says from Bhubaneswar. India versus Pakistan, a rivalry reduced to one-sided spectacle when the script follows a predictable path without any twist and turn. Even the desired result tastes in speed. India, not for the first time in recent years, just romped home, delivering many knockout punches that left Pakistan wounded in body, mind, and flesh, even the soul. This was not an unexpected end to a rivalry which still draws a billion viewers with advertisers and television channels shrieking horses to create a hysteria around the match with one sole aim to fill its coffers, but for long. But how long will the cricket market and sentiments fueled by nationalism deceive the vast audience buying into this false advertising blitz? Pakistan's descent into a cricketing abyss may be relished by the jingoistic Indian fans, but it leaves the sport poorer and its multiple stakeholders worried. It is hard to imagine today that Pakistan is a nation which produced the likes of Imran Khan. India, proud of UN Peacekeeping contributions. EAM says from New Delhi, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar reaffirmed India's commitment to supporting global South nations in enhancing their peacekeeping capacities. Speaking at the two-day conference on women peacekeepers from the Global South at the Maneksha Center, Jaishankar highlighted India's ongoing efforts through the Center for UN Peacekeeping. He emphasized that India will continue to offer training and capacity building programs, including specialized courses for women peacekeepers, as was done with Asian countries in 2023. The conference, hosted by CUNPK in collaboration with the Ministry of External Affairs and the Ministry of Defense, has brought together women peacekeepers from 35 nations. The discussions focus on the evolving role of women in peacekeeping operations and strategies to enhance their participation in this crucial mission. Jaishankar stressed that, guided by the principle of Vasudeva Kutumbakam, the belief that the world is one family, India remains dedicated to making meaningful contributions to UN peacekeeping efforts. Vice Chief of Army Lieutenant General N.S. Raja Subramani noted India's role as a key partner in the global south, bringing extensive experience, resources, and expertise to the table. Since the 1950s, India has contributed over 2,000, 2,90,000 peacekeepers to more than 50 missions. Currently, over 5,000 Indian peacekeepers are deployed in 9 of the 11 active UN missions, underscoring the nation's steadfast role in global peace efforts. Inputs on terror set to Champions Trophy in Park from New Delhi. Mamta hikes dogs pay from Kolkata. Two more Cong leaders quit. Side party disarray from Karnal. Former MLA Narendra Sangwan. Congress district spokesperson Satish Rana. Both likely to join BJP from Karnal. CM says adopt innovative techniques. Farmers urged from Jhajjar. Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini has urged farmers to adopt innovative techniques and modern practices to commercialize agriculture. Farmers should take charge of marketing their products to enhance profitability. He said and encouraged farmers to shift to organic and natural farming, ensuring the optimal use of resources for more prosperous agricultural future. The CMA chief guest was speaking at a state level Kisan Samman Samaroh here today after watching a live telecast of Prime Minister Modi and releasing the 19th installment of the PM Kisan Samman Nidhi during an event in Bhagalpur, Bihar. As part of this initiative, approximately rupees 360 crore have been credited to the bank account of 16.38 lakh farmers in Haryana. The chief further said, the CM further said that the rupees 17.41 crore had been deposited into the accounts of 77,000 farmers from Jhajjar district today. Earlier, rupees 6,203 crore had been disbursed in 18 installments to approximately 20 lakh farmers across Haryana. CM unveils BJP's 21-point manifesto for civic pause. News from Rohtak. Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini on Monday released the BJP's manifesto Sankalp Patra for the upcoming civic body pause at the party state headquarters, presenting 21 key promises focused on urban development, welfare, and infrastructure upgrades, calling it a comprehensive roadmap for Haryana's development, and emphasized that the manifesto to caters to the needs of farmers, youth, women, businessmen, and laborers. This document is a reflection of the public's suggestions and their collective aspiration, he said. BJP State President Mohanlal Badoli and Sankalp Patra Committee convener Vipul Goyal echoed Sani's sentiments, describing the manifesto as a blueprint for Haryana's progressive urban growth. Key promises and welfare initiatives, highlighting ownership rights as a major focus. Sani announced that families living on land for over 20 years in both rural and urban areas would soon be eligible for land registration. Special relief will be granted to families within city limits. He added homes registered in the names of women will enjoy a 25% house tax exemption and illegal colonies will be regularized. House tax on village land within municipal limits will be restructured and homes built on acquired land will receive special tax relief, Sani said. The manifesto also emphasizes inclusivity with special facilities for people with disabilities in public spaces and the creation of dedicated yoga spaces in parks. Urban development and sustainability. In a bid to ensure sustainable urban growth, the BJP has promised smart roads in all local bodies, sewerage treatment plants for managing industrial and chemical waste, financial aid for small businesses and street vendors, modern service centers to streamline governance and high quality libraries in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. The sanitation workforce will be expanded and free public toilets for women will be constructed. Additionally, sanitary napkin vending machines and baby food rooms will be installed. We will build road using high quality materials for durability, promote solar energy projects and install energy efficient streetlights, sanitary shelters for stray animals and initiatives to control their population are also planned. Modernize urban transport facilities. To modernize urban transport, the manifesto includes the promotion of electric buses. Online service centers will be set up at ward levels to provide citizens easy access to digital services. Other commitments include multi-level parking to reduce traffic congestion, dedicated crematorium vehicles in all cities, wet and dry waste disposal plants, and enhanced urban security through local body autonomy in tax regulation. We are committed to balanced urban development that ensures sustainability and citizen welfare. Shani said earlier the CM addressed the Jan Ashirwad Sabha urging voters to support BJP candidates for mayor and councillor positions. RWA accused of obstructing civic poll campaigns. Candidates seek fair play from Gurugram. Democratic right to campaign. Power utilities told to boost efficiency, cut losses from Chandigarh. The Haryana Electricity Regulatory Commission convened its 31st State Advisory Committee meeting under the chairmanship of Nandlal Sharma in Panchkula recently. The meeting was attended by HERC member Mukesh Garg, MD of the Dakshin Haryana Bijli Vitran Nigam. 14 filed papers for councillors post, none for mayor in Panipat from Panipat. RWAS accused of obstructing civic poll campaigns, candidates seek fair play. From Gurugram, as the campaigning for Mass 2 civic polls comes closer to end, five key candidates in Gurugram have reported facing obstructions in reaching voters within their wards, alleging interference from local residents' welfare association. Candidates, including BJP nominee, have asked the administration to intervene and ensure their campaigning. The candidate approached election officer and deputy commissioner Ajay Kumar demanding action against what they termed as Rug RW is allegedly blocking their democratic right to campaign. Bharti Hashna, the BJP candidate from Ward 15, accused the local RWA in South City 2 of the conspiring with independent candidate and hindering her campaign efforts. Now news from Haryana. Ex-army man US dream cost him 95 lakh rupees travel agent booked from Ambala. The dream of settling in the USA with family on a work permit cost a retired army man from Ambala rupees 95 lakh. After crossing various countries, the family was sent to the USA through the illegal route, only to be deported to India. As per information, Jagvinder Singh, a resident of Khan Ahmadpur village of Mulana, and his family members were among those who were deported from America. Jagvinder, who retired as Havildar from the army in 2023, wanted to go to the USA on a work permit for which he contacted travel agent Pradeep Singh, a resident of Yamnanagar. The travel agent had sought rupees 80 lakh to send him, his wife and two children abroad along with the job. The complainant had used all his savings and sold his land to arrange the money, and now he is left with only his pension. Narrating his ordeal to the police in a complaint, Jagvinder stated that in December last year, Pradeep took rupees 36 lakh and sent us to Paris on December 30 and then to Spain, where he stayed till January 15. Meanwhile, he took another rupees 25 lakh from us. Then we were sent to Salvador from the air. An unidentified person took us to Guatemala and handed over us to another person. They made us cross the Mexico border through sea route in late hours. We were kept in at an unknown place for the next 7 days, and my family members here were pressurized to pay more money. They took rupees 19 lakh from my father and another rupees 15 lakh from my father-in-law. He added, after keeping them in various cities, the family was taken to Tijuana, city of Mexico, by plane on February 3 and kept in a hotel for a day. The next day, Jagvinder's family, along with two Nepalis nationals, were taken to the US border and made to cross it at gunpoint. The complaint alleged soon after crossing the border, we were caught by the USA border police and later deported to India. When we asked him to return our money, the travel agent threatened us with dire consequences. He had promised to send me on a work permit, but we reached the USA through an illegal route. He had cheated us and took rupees 95 lakh. The police must arrest him at the earliest and recover the money from him, Jagvinder stated. The Mulana police have registered a case under the Immigration Act and on charges of criminal breach of trust, cheating, and criminal intimidation under the BNS Mulana Police Station. SHO Balkar Singh said a case has been registered on the basis of the complaint received and all the record has been obtained. The travel agent is a large that are being conducted to nab him. Sphere staff crunch hits radiology department of PGIM's Rohtak, single consultant handling 1500 plus scans daily, patients facing 5 months MRI delays. News from Rohtak, the Department of Radiology at Rohtak's PGIMS is grappling with a severe staff shortage, leaving it in a critical state. NRIs develops affordable sex sorted cement technology for dairy farmers from Karnal. The ICAR National Dairy Research Institute Regional Center Bangalore is working on an advanced indigenous technology for sorting action by chromosome bearing sperms among dairy animals, aiming to make it more accessible and affordable for farmers. The innovative technique is based on the identification of Y chromosome and its separation using magnetic nanoparticles based immunosuppression. This method offers a cost effective alternative to the currently available sex sorting semen, which is expensive. The technology is present in the market, cost around rupees 800 per dose for sorted semen. But with this new technology, the scientists claim the cost is expected to be significantly reduced to just rupees 100 per dose. The preliminary trials of this technology in Bengaluru have yielded good results, achieving approximately 70 to 75% success in producing female calves as per the scientists. This breakthrough cloud revolutionized dairy farming by helping farmers enhance milk production, selectively breed high yielding female calves, and reduce the financial burden associated with conventional sex sorted semen. The scientists at our regional center in Bengaluru are working on developing a technology for cost effective sex sorted semen at farmers' doorstep. This technology separates section Y chromosomes at the laboratory, which will further be used in fields by farmers while doing artificial resemination. The initial trials have shown promising results, and we are hopeful that soon we will achieve the target of over 90% of production of female calves with the help of this technology, said Dr. Dhir Singh, Director ICR NDRI Karnal. Once the NDRI obtains more promising results, we will conduct more trials on around 1,000 animals to check the viability of the technology. He added about the key features of this technology. Singh said once the technology was standardized, it would be used at the main station across the country. Deported youth accuses agent of 35 lakh rupees fraud faced immense hardships. I was forced to sort treacherous routes, crossing dangerous rivers, and climbing steep mountains, all without proper safety measures. Pankaj says in complaint. Man died, son hurt in Bhiwani house fire. From Hishar, a 75-year-old businessman, Hiralal tragically lost his life after a fire broke out in his house located above a shop in Bhiwani town late last night. His son Jitendra, 39, sustained severe burns and is currently undergoing treatment at PGIM's Chorotak. After being referred in critical condition, the incident occurred around 12:15 a.m. when the local police and fire brigade received an emergency call and promptly arrived at the scene. To begin rescue operations, we received a call about the fire shortly after midnight. Our priority was to rescue the injured and get them immediate medical attention, said Devendra Kumar, in charge of Jain Chowk Police Station. Preliminary investigation suggests that the fire was likely caused by a short circuit. While Jitendra was pulled out alive, Hiralal succumbed to suffocation caused by smoke inhalation before rescuers could reach him. News from Punjab. My seniors tried to save big fish, retired ED officials writes to FM. Niranjan Singh says no conviction so far in cases withdrawn from him. News from Jalandhar, retired Deputy Director of the Enforcement Directorate Niranjan Singh, who got drug smugglers Jagdish Bhola and Raja Kanjola convicted under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, has written another letter to Union Finance Minister at Nirmala Sitaraman. He has asked her to act against senior officials for withdrawing from him the investigation into some big cases. He alleged there had been no conviction in those high-profile cases till date, as inquiries had been hampered to save some big fish. In a 65-page communique to the Union FM, he claimed that he was not allowed to continue investigation into some high-profile cases, including those relating to Inspector Inderjit Singh, AIG Rajjeet Singh illicit liquor case, in which over 130 had died during the COVID period, and the alleged involvement of CIS officials, now retired, and politicians in the irrigation scam. He said his seniors, in a bid to protect the accused, had asked him to stop interfering in those cases. He claimed that, according to his investigation, at least 10 Congress MLAs in the previous regime, a minister, and some men from the coterie of the NCM were involved in the illicit liquor case of 2020. He has written that case was also transferred from me to the head office, New Delhi. I got ICIR number 33 lost on August 28 at the Jalandhar office. I had found that the illicit liquor mafia was not only manufacturing branded IMFL at illegal factories, the owners of many distilleries had also been involved in manufacturing of IMFL and Indian liquor outside their business premises by transferring raw material during the lockdown period, by transferring the investigation out of Punjab. All criminals linked to the loss of so many lives could not be brought before the law. He claimed the influence of the seniors in this work started after the summoned then Minister Bikram Majithia for interrogation in the Jagdish Bhola drug case in December 2014. He said a senior official from Delhi also sat through during the investigation, and after the summoning he was transferred to Kolkata. The ex-ED official has named his 14 other team members who were also transferred away to allegedly hamper investigation. Ranjan Singh said as well, the ED report tabled in the 12 events said 99 convictions had been possible till December 2024, of which 25 were effected during the investigation under him. He said he wrote to the Union FM in October 2023, October 2024, and on January 31, 2025, he said if the ministry did not investigate his complaint, he would move the Punjab and Haryana High Court government to launch drive against narcotics. News from Chandigarh. To free Punjab from drug menace, the state government has decided to launch a massive drive against narcotics in the coming days. A spokesperson for the state government said Chief Secretary K.A.P. Sinha says he has issued stern directions in that regard to the deputy commissioners across the state. He has asked the deputy commissioners to wipe out the menace of drugs from their respective jurisdictions. Sinha has asked the DCs to ensure an adequate number of rehabilitation and drug addiction centers equipped with necessary equipment and medicines, including profile, test case, required staff, etc. He said respective DCs would be personally responsible for ensuring that, and any laxity in that regard would invite strict disciplinary action. Agencies must come together to check drug menace, High Court said. CBI directed to form an SIT comprising officers from the NCB and police. News from Chandigarh. The Punjab and Haryana High Court has made it clear that the Central Bureau of Investigation, Narcotics Control Bureau, and the police forces of Punjab, Haryana, and Chandigarh must cooperate in a concerted effort to tackle the drug menace. The assertion was the bench of Justice Deepak Sibal and Justice Sharpreet Kaur Jeevan came while hearing an application filed by Punjab for the modification of an interim order dated November 21, 2024 on the ground that it dampens the morale of the state police. The order was passed by another bench after noticing that criminal matters were coming up before this court was regard to the recovery of huge quantities of drugs manufactured in the region and affidavits filed in the matter by the CBI and the NCB. The bench enlarged public interest directed the CBI to form a special investigation team comprising officers from the NCB and the police authorities to conduct an inquiry into such matters and submit a report. It also directed the Director General of Police of Punjab, Haryana, and Chandigarh to external full cooperation to CBI or NCB to facilitate a meaningful inquiry. As the plea came up for hearing, Justice Shibal's bench rejected the state's apprehensions before observing the order dated November 21, 2024 was passed when this court found that the illegal sale of drugs was unfortunately spreading across the entire region. blurring the borders of Punjab and Haryana, with these drugs being manufactured in not only these states but also in Himachal Pradesh. Therefore, it was rightly felt that the inquiry into it be entrusted to central and a specialized agency like the CBI or NCB. The bench noted that the Punjab had in its application acknowledged the gravity of the situation. Now let us go through. Don't mislead people. Don't mislead people. Arora warns officials. Tribute News Service from Chandigarh. Cabinet Minister Aman Arora today warned officials against misleading people on services being provided at Suvidha Kendras by the government and stressed that it would take strict action. Arora, who holds the Department of Good Governance and Information Technology, said this in the State Assembly while replying to a query by Faridkot legislator Gurdit Singh Shekho. He was speaking as Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann remained absent on the first day of the session. Arora's statement came days of AAP MLAs during a meeting with their party chief Arvind Kejriwal in Delhi flagged the issue of corruption in government offices. Following the meeting, the Punjab government had directed deputy commissioners, sub-divisional magistrates, senior superintendent of police and station house officers to check corruption in their respective areas. The government has also dismissed over 50 policemen over corruption charges. Shekho had sought to know if there was a minimum threshold to issue income certificates, which was denied by the minister. The minister was told that Paramjit Kolu of Doyer Basti in Faridkot had approached the Tahsildar to make an income certificate for his two differently able brothers but was told that it could be issued only if their annual income was rupees 80,000. Arora told the House that it was totally misleading as income certificates were being issued to people with zero income, 410 serving lifetime eligible for early release. Transport and Jail Minister Laljit Bhullar, in a reply to a question by Pile MLA Manvinder Singh Yashpur, told the House that as on January 10,410 prisoners undergoing life imprisonment, life convicts were eligible for premature release under various policies made by the government from time to time. 28.95 BCM groundwater extracted in 2023 to 24. Water Resources Minister Badinder Kumar Goyal said a total of 28.95 billion cubic meters of groundwater was extracted in the Punjab during 2023 to 24. The ministry said this replying to query raised by Balluana MLA Amandeep Singh Musafir. Let us take a break. Now, news from Himachal Pradesh. India's tax sector to reach $350 billion by 2030. Rajnath at IIT Mandi says from Mandi, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh today said that India's technological sector was witnessing rapid expansion and it was projected to reach $300 billion to $350 billion in the next 5 years. making it a major player in the global tech landscape. Rajnath, while speaking at the 16th Foundation Day of the Indian Institute of Technology, Mandi, besides the nation's growing prominence in technological advancements and innovation, he said India's emergence as the third largest startup ecosystem globally with over 1.25 lakh startups and 110 unicorns highlights its robust entrepreneurial spirit. He exhorted students to make good use of this period of growth and actively contribute to India's technological progress while aiming for leadership in global research and development. Rajnath focused on national security and outlined the IIT Mandi's critical role in advancing defense technologies. He lauded its collaborations with the DRDO and called for further involvement in AI driven warfare, indigenous even chip development, cybersecurity, and quantum technology. In line with India's quest for defense self reliance, he pointed out that India had achieved 88% self sufficiency in ammunition production and aimed to grow its defense exports rupees 23,000 crore to rupees 50,000 crore by 2029. Rajnath stressed the importance of creating new technologies and fostering innovation to stay ahead in ever evolving technological landscape. He urged students to take lead in emerging fields such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and digital technologies, areas that were crucial to shaping the future. He shared as the world increasingly focuses on digital transformation, India is taking strides in digital innovation. India's telecom sector is the second largest globally, and with initiatives like the UPI, it is setting new global standards in digital transactions. We are witnessing a digital revolution that offers immense opportunities. He urged IIT Mandi students to focus on technological solutions for the nation's security needs. He spoke about a vision of a robust defense industry contributing not only to national security but also to economic growth. Don't just be adapters, become the disruptors who lead innovation, he said. The defense minister also discussed India's aspirations for 2047, marking 100 years of independence, and encouraged the students to contribute to building a technologically advanced India by following the principles of initiative, improve, and transform. Rajnath congratulated the IIT Mandi for its remarkable achievements over the past 15 years. He emphasized the importance of the IIT Mandi's unique location, blending ancient heritage with modern technological education, and expressed confidence in its future contributions to India's growth and global technological leadership. Besides, the defense minister inaugurated two new buildings, guidance and counseling centers, and center for continuing education at the IIT Mandi. These new facilities are designed to support students' academic and professional growth, providing essential infrastructure to ensure their success in our evolving fields of science, technology, engineering, and management. Is paragliding point ropeway gets approval from Shimla. Highest in 2024 HP sex ratio at birth touches 964. Himachal Pradesh has logged its highest sex ratio at birth in 2024 over the past 30 years. As per the data from the Department of Health and Family Welfare, the SRB touched 964 last year, up from 947 in 2023. Until now, the highest SRB in the state was recorded in 2021 at 949 since 1993. Complete formalities for setting up viewing deck in Hassan Valley, Deputy Chief Minister from Shimla. Deputy Chief Minister Mukesh Agnihotri today directed officials concerned to complete the formalities for setting up a viewing deck in the Hassan Valley in Shimla district at a cost of rupees 18 crore. Agnihotri presided over a meeting to review the progress made on the project for setting up a glass viewing deck in the Hassan Valley near Dhali on the outskirts of the capital city. The meeting was told that a detailed project report of rupees 18 crore was in the final stage of preparation and comprised around a 1600 square meter of glass viewing deck which would be suspended on 9 ropes from the hillside and would accommodate around 700 to 800 persons at a time. It was it was it was It was pointed out at the meeting that the project needed diversion of forest land edge. It was being set up in the Hassan Valley, which is declared wildlife sanctuary area. Agnihotri directed the officials concerned to complete the DPIR of the project within the next 10 days and submit it to the Director Tourism for administrative approval, expenditure sanction and allocation of funds. He also directed the authorities concerned to prepare and follow up on forest clearances for the diversion of forest land as the project had the potential of emerging as a major attraction for the people of the state and tourists as well. Rural Development Minister Anirudh Singh said that this would be an iconic project that would attract more tourists to the state. USAID political slugfest in India reflects naivety. In his zeal to make America great again, US President Donald Trump is denominizing and crippling an institution that has done well as a global benefactor for decades. The United States Agency for International Development, United States Agency for International Development, Trump is much touted Department of Government Efficiency, headed by Elon Musk, have no qualms about making false claims to push their narrative. Efficiency is obviously their top priority, not accuracy or transparency. One typically unsubstantiated claim triggered a political slugfest in India. The BJP jumped to a conclusion when Trump and DOC accused USAID of allocating $21 million to India for enhancing voter turnout. The ruling party regarded it as proof, though none was furnished by the US, that the Congress had sought foreign funding to influence India's electoral exercise. The Congress in turn pointed a finger at the BJP. It was a huge anticlimax when reports indicated that the money was sanctioned to Bangladesh, not India, and it's nothing short of absurd that Trump and Musk got two distinct subcontinental nations mixed up. The NDA government has avoided hitting back at Trump, perhaps because he never tires of calling PM Narendra Modi his friend. An annual report of the finance minister has ruled out the diversion of USAID money for political funding in India. It shows that $750 million provided by the US agency was used for government projects linked to food, agriculture, rural development, energy, and environment during 2023 to 24. So all this has turned out to be much ado about nothing. The lesson for India from this avoidable controversy is loud and clear. Let facts do the talking instead of letting Trump speak as the gospel truth. Strict regulation of foreign contributions is no doubt vital to weed out agencies bent to destabilizing the nation, but the entire process should be marked by accuracy, transparency, and fairness. Efficiency can wait. Asphalt over art, High Court's short-sighted ruling on Rose Garden. Dr. Bayan's view on panel discussions, the daily battle against hunger. Ravinder Kumar Jain, hunger is such a burning issue that people often find themselves running from pillar to post, day and night, searching for employment to provide food for themselves and their families. At times, there is so much desperation that they have to clutch at straws. During the COVID 19 pandemic, the Prime Minister appeared on television and asked fellow people to continue paying big workers or daily wagers even if they missed a few days of work due to the lockdown. His appeal must have resonated with many, and undoubtedly some did the needful. The gesture reminded me of an incident that took place about 2 decades ago when I decided to renovate my house. The contractor who handled the work lived in our neighborhood. I approached him asking for an estimate of the reservation cost, including his labor charges, so that I could apply for a loan from my employer. After providing the details, he started the work, bringing along a machine and three laborers. Every day he worked from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. During the lunch break around noon. He would go home for his meal. His house was only a short walk away from mine, while the other workers had lunch on the first floor of my house. At the time, I had taken leave to supervise the construction along with my wife. One day during the lunch break, I decided to go upstairs to inspect the work and chat with the mason and the laborers. Three of them were eating together while one older worker was sitting alone in a corner having his meal in silence. Out of curiosity, I glanced at his food and was shocked. He had two or three rotis wrapped in a piece of paper instead of sabzi or dal. He was eating them with salt. Immediately rushed downstairs and asked my wife, "Do we have any vegetable dish right now?" The old laborer is eating rotis with just salt. She told him, she told me that she hadn't prepared anything yet, but there was some leftover sabji from the previous night in the fridge. I asked her to warm it up so I that could give it to the old man. That day I dawned on me what food meant to a hungry person. I also realized the enormity of a daily wage worker's struggle, especially if he or she misses even a single day of work. It was a stark reminder of the harsh realities some people faced every day. Truly, it was food for thought. Europe unsure, Europe unsure if US is still an ally. The first task for the Europeans is to prevent Ukraine from being railroaded by the Americans. Since the end of World War II, America's grand strategy was to ensure that no hostile power arose on either flank of Eurasia. To this end, the US initiated the Marshall Plan and helped rebuild and helped rebuild ruined Europe. This, in turn, became an important factor in raising US prosperity in the 1950s and 1960s. It also shaped the North Atlantic Treaty Organization alliance and provided men and material to ensure the security of Europe. In the East, the US went further in the pursuit of its goal. It fought a war in Korea that cost it over 35,000 lives and another in Vietnam, where it lost over 58,000 soldiers. The US occupied Japan till 1952 and completely remade its society and government in its own image, and it still retains substantial forces in a country of over a dozen bases. American President Donald Trump seems to be wanting to turn this policy inside out. He seems to want to make deals with the Russian powers. The US targeted Russia and China and right of America's erstwhile friends. His pursuit of territorial expansion with regard to Canada, Panama, and Denmark looks like a sphere of influence policy where the US will be the dominant Western Hemisphere power, while Eurasia will be left to the tender mercies of Vladimir Putin and Jinping. His new posture is manifesting itself in his approaches to the war in Ukraine, where he has adopted what can, at best, be termed as Russia learning neutrality. This is apparent in the stark difference visible in a US draft resolution circulated at the United Nations to mark the third anniversary of the Russian invasion. The draft has mourned the loss of life in the Russia Ukraine conflict and sought a swift end to the conflict, including by addressing its root causes, while calling for a lasting peace between Ukraine and Russia. This is a rival resolution to the one that Ukraine and Europe have backed, which speaks of Russian aggression and the implementation of past resolutions demanding that the Russians end the war and withdraw from Ukraine's international recognized territory. Trump has adopted a hard approach toward Kyiv after freezing out Vladimir Zelensky from the first US talks with Russia. Trump falsely accused Ukraine of starting the war that has ravaged that nation and killed thousands of people. When Zelensky criticized him for living in a disinformation bubble, Trump lashed out, calling the Ukrainian president a dictator. He attacked Ukraine for tricking the US into spending $350 billion to fight a war that couldn't be won, and he has demanded a deal through which the US would control half the mineral rights of Ukraine to repay the money that Washington had spent in supporting Kyiv. According to US News and World Report, the US has actually spent around $100 billion, while the Europeans have put in nearly $400 billion. Till now, the Trump plan is based on delivering a systematic shock to Europe and Ukraine to destabilize, if not destroy, the older system where the US was a firm NATO ally and a key backer of Ukraine in its war with Russia. The second objective has been to freeze out Europe and embrace Russia as a partner in making peace in Ukraine, even while blaming it for causing the war. Earlier this month, Trump called Putin and talked to him about ending the war without consulting either Ukraine or its European allies. As for China, things seem to be moving towards a major trade deal, which would take up from where the Phase 1 trade deal between the US and China in the last year of his previous administration left off. His advisors, such as Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, have been pushing a new deal, while this new alter ego, Elon Musk, has extensive business interest in China. Just how Just how deep the shift against Europe it was magnified by the speech of US Vice President J.D. Vance at the Municipal Security of Conference last week. He said free speech and democracy were under attack in Europe, but not from Russia or China, but mainstream political parties that were attacking European right-wing parties like the Alternative for Germany. It is no coincidence that the far right in Europe is soft towards Putin. The shift in Ukraine has huge implications for America's relationship with NATO and EU. The big question the Europeans are asking themselves now is the US still an ally? Has it actually become an adversary? An emergency summit of European leaders did not throw much light on the murky situation, and now plans are afoot for a second summit. Money for Ukraine is not the issue. The Europeans are spending a lot. Clearly, the first task is to show resolve to prevent Ukraine from being railroaded by the Americans. Then they must move forward an independent defense system. Incoming German Chancellor Friedrich Merz has questioned whether NATO will survive in its present form and has spoken of establishing an independent European defense capability. As for India, there are both opportunities and risks. For one thing, a world where the US, China, and Russia have detent is a more realistic multipolar world that suits India, but it would be a world where each pole is for itself. India will not be able to rely on the US for geopolitical support against China, much less for a military partnership that was outlined by the recent Trump Modi joint statement. Deadly cost of hyper competitive education. What has severely damaged the intellectual growth of our kids is the one sided importance to one's performance in tests like the JEE, NEET, and CUET. How a legal loophole shields marital rape in India. Marriage has evolved from a contractual bond to a partnership of equals built on mutual respect and consent, yet the marital rape exception contradicts this shift. Sharad S. Chauhan, MD, Punjab Police, Housing Corporation, the Chhattisgarh High Court acquitted a man convicted under Section 304, culpable homicide 375, rape and 377, unnatural sex offense of the IPC of the death of his wife. The court ruled that non consensual sex and unnatural acts within marriage do not constitute offences due to the marital rape exception under Section 375. The court extended this exception to Section 377, relying on the SCC's decriminalization of homosexuality. While the judgment is legally sound, it is disheartening that a woman lost her life after enduring extremely gruesome violations, details of which cannot be reproduced. This resulted in the loss of her honor, dignity, and self esteem, an outcome that sends chills down the spine, leaving a sense that something deeply wrong remains unaddressed. Marriage has evolved from a contractual bond to a partnership of equals built on mutual respect and consent. Yet the marital rape exception contracts this shift, perpetuating abuse and denying women legal recourse. By presuming perpetual consent, the law disregards modern understandings of dignity, autonomy, and human rights. Legalizing non consensual sex with marriage undermines individual freedom and principle that a wife's bodily autonomy is as vital as that of a husband. Globally, about one in the three women have experienced sexual intimate partner violence or non-partner sexual violence in their lifetime. WHO 2021 says a study has found that sexual violence from intimate partners in women aged 15 to 49 raised 6 to 59% across 10 countries. WHO 2005. The National Family Health Service and National Crime Records Bureau are primary sources of national level data on violence against women in India. However, the data includes only reported cases and marital rape is not legally recognized, leading to less than 1% of such cases being reported. Resolving marital rape in India is complex due to cultural norms surrounding marriage and sexuality, unlike Western societies that emphasize individual autonomy. The Indian society tends to be more conservative with limited open discussion on sexual matters. Women face societal pressure to conform to traditional roles, and any deviation is often seen as a threat to the institution of marriage. The concept of consent within marriage is complicated by cultural and moral implications, where in more conservative areas men may feel of strong expectation to fulfill their sexual needs within marriage as sex outside of it is either unavailable or morally rejected. This can blur the line between entitlement and mutual consent, according to a study by Diosthali et al., which analyzes data. A 2010 survey found that 1 in 5 men reported forcing their wives into sex in rural Karnataka. 36% women agreed that husbands might force sex even if their wives refused. A Chennai study found 31% women reported sexual violence by husband, while a survey in UP found 32% husbands admitted to forcing sex. The NFS 2019 to 20 shows that 29% married women have experienced physical or sexual violence from their husband. Studies also highlight high rates of sexual violence during pregnancy, with 40% women reporting violence during pregnancy experiencing sexual violence. These figures likely underreport the prevalence of marital rape due to stigma. Marital rape leads to severe physical, sexual, reproductive, and psychological health issues for women. Research shows that abusive husbands are more likely to engage in extramarital sex, have sexual transmitted infections, and expose their spouses to increased health risk. Sexual violence is linked to stillbirths, pelvic inflammatory disease, limited access to prenatal care, and even suicide attempts by women. These findings raise serious questions about the cost women have to pay to save the institution of marriage, often cited as a reason to exempt marital rape. Sweden criminalized marital rape in 1965, leading to a rise in reported cases and public awareness. A 2013 study by the Swedish National Council for Crime Prevention showed that this legal change, coupled with public education on consent, helped women identify non-consensual sex as rape. It also empowered women to seek help from authorities and support organizations, redefining marriages as a partnership based on equality and mutual respect, which fosters broader social changes. The criminalization of marital rape has brought about significant shift in societal attitudes and increased reporting in the UK 1991. It empowered women to recognize marital rape as an abuse of power, leading to higher reporting rates. Kelly and Gavey 21 in the US 1993. Legal reforms raised awareness, reduced tolerance, and underscored a woman's right to refuse sex in marriage. Journal of Interpersonal Violence 2005 in Australia 1981. It resulted in higher reporting and prosecution, with a shift in societal views from seeing forced sex a private matter to acknowledging it as a violation of personal rights. Australian Institute of Criminology 2008, though initially met with opposition, these legal changes gradually fostered greater recognition of women's rights and helped instill more progressive values in society. The Justice Verma Committee 2013, the 2014 Special Rapporteur on Violence Against Women and the Palm Rajput Committee 2015 recommended criminalizing marital rape, saying that marriage does not imply consent, while international law recognizes marital rape. 36 countries, including India, do not. Its criminalization would ensure proper law enforcement response, survivor support, and alignment with global human rights norms. Recognizing and criminalizing marital rape in India faces challenges like cultural resistance, potential misuse, inadequate support system, judicial burden, and marital tension. While legal recognition is vital, a holistic approach is equally crucial, encompassing comprehensive sex education, stronger marriage, counseling, legal literacy, victim support, gender sensitization, open discussion on consent, community interventions, and reinforced legal protection, a multifaceted strategy combining education, legal reform, and societal support is essential for lasting change. Even the Mahabharata, despite its narratives of wronged women, upholds an undeniable truth in the Anushasana Prava, the book of precepts. The righteousness of man depends upon women. A society that denies women dignity and autonomy imperils its own moral foundation. Now, news from Jammu and Kashmir. Army IF hold deep strike exercise to enhance operational readiness from Jammu. With an aim to enhance joint operational readiness, the Army and Indian Air Force IAF conducted a deep strike capabilities exercise in Jammu region. Shah exhorts J&K students to be messengers of peace. From New Delhi, Home Minister Amit Shah on Monday asked children from Jammu and Kashmir to become messengers of peace and foster harmony so that the army can return to guarding the borders, making armed intervention unnecessary. Addressing a group of students visiting Delhi as part of the government's Watan Ko Jano exchange program, Shah said India is on track to becoming one of the world's top nations, attracting students from across the globe in the next decade. Today, if you ask a child from they want to study, they may say the US or Europe, but after 10 years, India will be among the top countries. The students from all over the world will come here to study, he said, encouraging J&K youth to explore different parts of India. Shah emphasized that the entire country is their home. He also highlighted the center's development efforts in the region, noting that 80% of households in J&K now have access to piped drinking water, a stark improvement from the past. Citing infrastructure projects like the Chenab Valley Railway Bridge, Shah pointed out that J&K is the only region with the AIMs and two IIMs. Bomb blasts have stopped. Schools have reopened. Cinema halls are running. And panchayat elections were held after a long time. The situation has completely changed in J&K where 38,000 people were killed in the past 30 years. Today, peace is most important. Guns have no place in the valley if children take the lead in maintaining harmony. A day will come when arms will no longer be needed and the army will return to the border, he said. And there is peace, no police will be required. This message has to be carried by you to your friends, family, and village. When you go home, tell your friends, neighbors that the entire country is living in peace and people of Jammu and Kashmir should also live in peace, Shah said. Shah further stated that Prime Minister Modi had made the country equal for all by abrogating Article 370, and now the people of Jammu and Kashmir had equal rights anywhere in India like the people of Delhi, Rajasthan, Gujarat, or Rajasthan. You have right over Jammu and Kashmir. Is it not good that you also have equal rights over the other 29 states and 29 states of the country? Like Jammu and Kashmir, the whole country is yours. He said there are 30 states in the country, and Jammu and Kashmir is one of them. Together, all these 30 states become India, he said. Larger fight for safety to continue. Survivor on faith, healer conviction from Srinagar. After a court last week sentenced a faith healer to 14 years of rigorous imprisonment for committing unnatural sexual offenses against two minor children during their religious lessons, one of the survivors shared with the Tribune that the conviction marks a crucial victory and emphasized the broader need to address systematic issues that enable such abuse. Another spell of snowfall from today's is made from Srinagar. Let us read the remaining news. Modi releases 20k crore rupees PM Kisan. India will be assisted to the better to do the better. The declaration of projects apart, Modi's choice of Bhagalpur as the location for his first election year rally in the state is significant. The Silk City, which the PM said would boost India's role as a major textile exporter, has been electrically a weak link for the Saffron Party. Hope for survival of it in Telangana, Kerala BJP leader PC George. Happy to join campaign against obesity, says Omar. Now let us go through the news from the nation. Supreme Court orders NCR states to submit waste management affidavits to March. From New Delhi, the Supreme Court on Monday directed National Capital Region states to prepare a comprehensive plan for waste management with timelines and implementing agencies, as it emphasized that segregation waste at source was of vital, import, vital importance for environment protection. In one of the orders, we have observed that all smart city projects are in progress. How can the cities become smart without compliance with the solid waste management rules? A bench led by Justice A.S. Oka wondered. The bench, which also included Justice Ujjal Bhuyan, asked the NCR states to file their respective affidavits containing comprehensive waste management plans by March. Needless to add that the affidavits will state compliance in relation to all urban local bodies within the NCR. It said adding the authorities needed to set out the best practices they proposed to follow for solid waste management. It also sought a report from the Central Pollution Control Board to submit a report on the impact of waste to energy projects on the environment. The order came during hearing of a matter relating to implementation of the Solid Waste Management Rules 2016 in the NCR, which comprise Delhi and certain districts of Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, and Rajasthan. As senior advocate and amicus curiae, Aparajita Singh flagged the low percentage of segregation of waste. The bench said if there was no proper segregation of waste, even waste to energy projects would create more pollution. Single Singh said sending Segregated waste to energy plants caused more pollution. The bench had earlier pulled up for its failure to comply with the 2016 rules. We are facing a huge problem which arises due to the fact that approximately 3,000 tons of solid waste generated every day in Delhi remains untreated. With the passage of time, this figure is bound to increase, the top court had said on January 27. Congress BJP clash over funding electoral interference claims. Delhi police lodge FIR in US flight divergence case. Well near Sambhal, most part of public land, Supreme Court told. Calm hits out at Prime Minister Hemant over Jumla politics in Assam from New Delhi. Now news from the world. India, US abstain on UNGA resolution calling for immediate withdrawal of Russian troops. News from United Nations. Macron meets Trump as of growth rally of US from Washington. No further talks with Tel Aviv if prisoners not released, Hamas says from Cairo. India UK resume FTA talks. Now news from sports. Kiwis keep it simple. New Zealand join India in semi-final and of line for Pakistan Bangladesh. Catch 22. Virat cannot resist playing risky cover drive. Former players chastise Pakistan team. Reds marching towards title. India lose to England in intense tie. Last but not the least, in the finalizing of the article, Defense panel explores privatization to speed up production of Tejas. India proud of UN peacekeeping contributions to EM. Thank you, brothers and sisters, all my dear friends, those who are listening. I heartily, cordially welcome all of you. Thank you, all of you. Dhanyavad.